It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Looking left side, he's got him in. It's him. He's going to try following a pick up a 7, past the 30 to the 32.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to do.
It is. It starts at the beginning to play one-on-one matchups. They also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Titans are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. They always tough.
This is Cody Majani. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
I heard him say he went back to his mama's house.
For the Titans, 48 yards. So how about this for field position
No,
after the
wait.
play?
No, I thought he went back to his mama's house when he was that time. He said they went back to his mama's house to
From the
do
red
some
zone now,
stuff.
Tannehill. Flush to his right.
Oh, bring it down, you dumb fuck.
This one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but they can stay out of reach because of their hair. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get it next time out.
The tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He said you pushed me. He said, I ain't gonna lie, I did push.
Very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding
Yeah. He said that's what happened. He said that's what happened. He said he didn't push her that hard. So he said she went on and just picked him up and started out there jumping.
They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Coming out of the end zone, here's Dontrell Hilliard. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Henry up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a play fake. Carr rolling to his right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tannehill intercepted again. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
A false start backs them up 5. First and 15. Tannehill now to throw. This one downfield to Burks. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now at first down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Play action. It's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Tannehill on target to Burks. 1st down, Tennessee. Here's Tannehill. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Tannehill throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. On first down, Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From midfield, here's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw his Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Counter play with Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. The throw taken in by Cole. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run wide side with Henry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far. And it's cost them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
One more time with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
What a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He's got Cole on the slant. And some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Henry again on second down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete. First opened in 1999. That's a good look at First Energy Stadium.
Will Smith from his wife, G.I.J. Jada Smith. Fuck the two little weird ass kids rolling. Fuck that fucking motherfucking brother. Fuck them apples too. Fuck them all. Fuck them all.
Desperate to return from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so negative there of 4 yards. Before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Devin Singleton with his first carry of the game. And the reinforcements coming as they still on the line. Call that a loss of the yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
What the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed, great penetration as they stole this one by the line of scrimmage.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Browns will take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Just before the 35. A good pickup there, 22. Right after the turnover, they come out front.
The fuck you got there one for?
Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense, but you typically run out a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage for 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
One of the struggles on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there.
Darrell Williams has third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good in the second.
Please. Help me,
I need help taking it down. I need to get some done in my hair. Alright, pick this stuff up.
After the touchdown to kick it away.
Oh, for real?
Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember the last time out, they threw an interception battling in the touchdown. So
what do you want to eat now?
Something that takes a while, lets the defense relax a little bit. Lets the offense regain confidence in the game plan.
To the tight end to City. Beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First carry back for Chase Edmonds. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Part of their struggles last
You
week
better
was
click
getting
on
those
that
negative
one,
plays
let
on
me look
first
at
and
it.
second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to second and 15. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete.
Bro, I need you to play that so bad.
First down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Why you keep pulling that?
Carry to set them up with a
You keep breaking all the damn hangers.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
It's going to be a long motherfucking day.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. Start here at the 25.
No, what is
Defense ready to go. And they came into play here on 2 straight victories of the year. But Charles says this is a mini run coming too late to salvage their season.
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
These two teams are tied after one.
Oh, put it down.
It's incomplete.
Bro.
The Browns at 500.
Bro, oh my God, that was money.
After back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got hope on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks. Did you see that route the way that I did? No, not though. He came over that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath the drag, completed it very well.
He'll air this one out deep for the
You said what?
Browns have taken the It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Mommy here? Yeah. I'm glad y'all didn't lose this shit. I need to charge it. I need to put some on these damn speakers to cover it so they don't. So we gotta fix this wall.
I need that.
Come out to the second to shoot.
As they did, the opening week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it. Right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Put it back down. What game is all about?
2 and now on first down.
Hey, Mommy.
It's complete once again. It's Gesicki.
Bye, Daddy.
Midfield.
Bye, Daddy.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection.
Mommy.
You leaving me?
On his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end in the corner route all the way.
You leaving me?
Yeah.
Why? Don't want to stay with me?
No.
Why? Why? Don't want to stay with me? Why?
That's complete. It's down to Duvernay. Plenty there on 3rd and 1. He goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's get home.
Just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them starting that
Oh!
2nd down, and this one is incomplete.
They continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
end zone now. They'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
Come on, bro.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On second down, Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, falling like a lawn chair. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on
I tried to swerve it. I tried to swerve it. I tried to swerve it.
From 13 yards out, and the Bucs are within an extra point, tying up this ball game.
Me?
Yes.
No, leave that alone. If I beat the shit out you.
Mine.
No, it's not yours.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No. No. No.
Are you?
Go use spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure.
Are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put forward by Saka. And it is now 21-14.
I don't see why y'all get that extra shit in y'all head. Baby, if you break my chair, I'm gonna break your ass. Now stop, man.
Hey.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Baby, what else?
Are you?
I love you too. I love you too.
If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory, just a little time to try something.
You're thinking about starting your team, right? You just make sure they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to
I don't want to let me get over there.
Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts.
Oh, look, that's one reason.
With a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tua going to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay.
Alright, let's see what he's doing.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. On play action, here's Tua. This pass complete to McCoy across the middle.
I need to put fucking what's the name now.
He's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line.
Put it down. No.
Flash.
Going to the air, taken by Lowe. Buying time to his left. A throw for Cooper down, it's going to be intercepted. Picked up quickly by McDougal. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I would guess it combined. If you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They don't have a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play just as a player. Picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
trying to see how can I get these nuts out of my head without saying I'm not here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was Dennis there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again.
No! Let's go ahead and go into the half. Fuck, damn.
On top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back, Charles and I settled in the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Shut come on.
And he did a little bit. Okay. Alright. Because we was going to come over. I told him, I said, she's not answering for me. I'm going to go to your mama's house. I told him, I said, she's not answering for me. I'm going to go to your mama's house. I need to bring my raggedy head over there too.
Has shifted to the pass first, 1 second. So for me, it's really
I need my raggedy head. I said I was just gonna give me a bob. I just want a bob.
And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Yeah, I just want a regular bob, just like a long bob down to my head.
He's trying to be like me. He's trying to be like me, cuz. He's trying to take a page out my book. He's taking a page out my book, cuz. Guess what? I know how to beat my own shit, man. I know how to beat my own shit.
Because I never had to teach you.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent defensive series. But the best teams adjust to series.
I told him how to take it out. Take it quicker anyway. I got to be birthday. Somebody told me
I tried to get over that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cersei. With the Yankees. Oh yeah, they took a block. Why the fuck would you blocking that way, you fucking face?
Trying to be pretty. Comes out, he didn't marry to love my fucking man. I'm going to get it. And then Ain't Baby say this down for me, we don't need that. And she comes out so damn funny. That showed the chill, and I was like,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
yeah, okay.
You're welcome.
On Facebook, I had shared. It was like 4 to 6 years.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I said,
Hey.
She said, I'm going to record my guy. And she said, you so damn funny. So DAM funny. And so I had to show her, like, but then you and I looked at her necklace, right?
Don't put it in the refrigerator.
couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, even all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man?
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. They go right back to Singletary. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. Succop for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. That is complete downfield to Conley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Okay, ready? Strike 2.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Well, 207 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Hawk 70, 79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incomplete.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Tua. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Conley, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, look at that. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He's got it, and he's in for the touchdown, and in the final seconds, forget overtime, they just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans though holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Ready. Strike. Check. Strike. Come on. 38. Black Ultra.
Tua. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game, not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and
this is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring, and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Buccaneers, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.